A warm welcome to all the students. Today we are going to see non-deterministic pushdown automata or NPDA. We have already seen in the introductory lecture that non-deterministic pushdown automata is almost similar to a non-deterministic finite automata. A PDA is non-deterministic if from the same state on reading the same input symbol it makes more than one transition. For example, have a look at this PDA. Now from state Q1 on reading input A, okay, it goes to state Q1. So from Q0 on reading A as input, okay, and the stack is empty, what happens? It goes to Q1. And what is the operation that is performed on the stack? It is no change operation. Now you observe that from that same state on reading the same input symbol and when the stack is empty, okay, it also goes to itself. There is a self loop, and the operation that is performed on the stack here is pushing A onto the stack. So from the same state on reading the same input symbol, it is making transition to two different states. One is Q1 and the other state is Q0, and that's why these kind of automatas are called as non-deterministic pushdown automata. Similarly, see here, from state Q1 on reading A, when A is on top of the stack, what you do, you push that A and you go to Q2 state. Now from this state Q1 on reading the same input A, okay, as this, and same stack top element as this, okay, it also makes a transition to Q0. In this case it is pushing the elements inside, in this case it is popping the element out of the stack. So Q1 on reading the same input symbol, it makes two different transitions, one to Q2 and the other one is to Q0. As a result, this kind of automata, they are called as non-deterministic pushdown automata. Now let us quickly see a problem. We are asked to design a pushdown automata for the language L equal to X such that number of A's in X is equal to number of B's in X greater than or equal to 1. Okay, now let us break this thing into parts and let's see what exactly we want in this language. Okay, so first of all, it is given that each string X is such that number of A's present in that string X should be equal to the number of B's present in that string X. Also, the number of A's and number of B's, they should be either greater than or equal to 1. So you cannot have null. So it simply means that you may have A's and B's present in any order. Let's say this is one of the valid string. Now here what happens is, okay, suppose if there is a A over here, this string will be accepted by the automata because the number of A's here are 3 and number of B's here are also 3. Fine. Another example, a string may also start with B. So for example, you may have BBA, BAA. So this is another valid string. Why? Because although it starts with B, the number of B's is 3 and number of A's is also 3. These are the two valid strings. Okay. Also you may have, if you see the order, you may also have this kind of strings. For example, AABB, wherein order is considered. But in this example, nowhere they have mentioned the order. It does not tell you that only after A gets exhausted B should start. It does not tell you. So this is another example of a valid string, or it can be also like this, starting with B and ending with A. So these are just 4 valid examples of the strings that can be accepted by this language, right? Now with this, let us now see, and I told you whenever you design PDA, one thing you should keep in your mind, manually how are you going to solve the problem. So you need to visualize, you take a stack and you need to visualize the steps that you are going to undertake. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll say let Q0 be the initial state. This is the idle state. Okay, now let Q1, Q2 and Q3 be 3 other states. Now one small observation, the valid strings in this particular language should be such that number of A's and number of B's should be equal. Now there can be a string that is given to you. For example, in this string the number of A's, say AB, A. Okay, this string should not be accepted. But what happens in this language? In this language, number of A's are more. Number of A's are more than number of B's. So also you consider this string, say BA, A, B, A. Okay, here also the number of A's happen to be more. So these strings should be rejected. Now it could be the other way around. For example, you may have a string wherein number of B's can be more. Okay, this is also invalid string, but here what happens? Here number of B's is more. Also you can have a string starting with B where again number of B's is more. Okay, so you have these kind of strings, okay, where here more number of A's, okay, here there are more number of A's, here there are more number of B's. These kind of strings should be rejected. So the purpose behind declaring 3 states is such that Q3 I want to declare that it's a final state. So machine will reach Q3 state in case of all these 4 strings where number of A's and number of B's have been found same, and finally when there is nothing remaining to be read in the input string, stack also has turned out empty. Why? Because all the matching A's and B's have been already cancelled. So I will say that Q3 is a final state wherein the machine will ensure that number of A's and B's that are cancelled, matched and cancelled so far, they are equal and there is nothing more to be scanned from the input string, and also there is nothing remaining in the stack. Okay, so Q3 is a final state. Then what is Q1, Q2? They are non-final states. Now what are the other possible non-final states? One non-final state could be the one wherein number of A's are more than number of B's. So that is one non-final state. So I will say let Q1 be the state, okay, where number of A's are more than number of B's. Let Q2 be a state where number of B's is more than number of A's. And let Q3 be the state, a final state. These two are non-final. Q3 will be the final state where number of A's and number of B's will be equal. Okay, so I will just write it down so that we can refer it. Q1 is the state where number of A's can be more than or equal to number of B's. Q2 is a state where number of B's is more than or equal to number of A's. Now why I say equal to is because there might be more number of A's or there might be more number of B's present in a string. But at a time when cancellation happens, okay, in the intermediate state it is very difficult to find out whether after cancellation the number of A's which were earlier more, now have they reduced or now they are equal to B's. That is very difficult to find out. That's why we say that Q1 is an intermediate state where number of A's are either more than or maybe equal to B's but not less than B's. Whereas Q2 is a state where number of B's are more than or equal to A's but not less than A's. Okay, and let Q3 be the final state wherein A's and B's are equal. Okay, now we will try out all these strings. Okay, now let's start. So let me first start with the initial state, that is Q0. Okay, so let Q0 be the initial state. Okay, now to build the PDA, non-deterministic PDA, I will also write the other states. Q1 is one state that we said. Q2 is another state that we said. And Q3 is the final state. This is what we have just specified. Okay, now let's see the transition. Now let's consider this figure here. Now what happens here is number of A's are equal to number of B's. Okay, so now what logic are we going to use? What we will do is, okay, as you can see here, any string may start with A or a string may start with B. That means A can be a first element of the string, or even B can be the first element of the string. Okay. So now assume that when the first A is encountered, okay, let's say the string in the string, when the very first A is encountered, okay, so what it means is, so far there is one A that is encountered, but there are no B's that have been encountered so far. So when if A happens to be the first element of the string, when A is read, at that time you should be in which state? From Q0 you should go to Q1 or you should go to Q2? You should go to Q1, because after reading one A, that's a first A, at that moment you haven't read any B's yet. So naturally the number of A's are more than the number of B's at that instance. So what we'll do is, when you are in Q0 state, okay, when the first A is read, at that time stack is empty. What you will do, you will just push this A onto the stack and you are going to move to state Q1. Okay, so you are just going to push this A onto the stack and you are going to move to the state Q1. Q1 is a state where number of A's are more than number of B's. Okay, so now, okay, so for this string here, the first string, I'll just write it AA, BB, AB. Suppose this is a string, say AA, BB and AB. Okay, so what I'll do, suppose this is Z0. Initially I was in Q0. When A was encountered in Q0 state, what I did, I pushed A into the stack and I incremented the pointer. So now pointer moves to the next A, and from Q0 I have moved to which state? I have moved to Q1 state. Okay, now any more A's that I encountered after this first A, you are just going to go on pushing those A onto the stack. So unless a matching B is encountered, the popping will not start, the comparing will not start. So after this A, immediately there is another A, right? You are in Q1 state. Now in Q1 state, when another A is encountered, what I do? I push this A also onto the stack and I remain in Q1, because after encountering second A, still so far the string that is revealed is AA. How many B's are encountered so far? There are no B's. So that means number of A's are still more than number of B's. So you should remain in Q1 state, is it? So what I will do is, in Q1 state, okay, when another A is encountered, maybe the second A or third A or fourth A, another A is encountered. Now at that time, when the second A is encountered, at that time the stack top also would have A, because we have just reached Q1 from Q0 by reading A and pushing it onto the stack. So when you read the second A after the first A, okay, when A is read, what should be on top of the stack? A should be on top of the stack. So in Q1 state, when A is read as the next input symbol and A is on top of the stack, that time what you do, you push this A also onto the stack. So what you push inside is A, string called as A. Okay, so that means this A also you are going to push it inside. So the second A also I am going to push it inside, and the automata will, the input pointer will move to the next element, that is B. Agreed? So far whatever A's that I have encountered, I have simply pushed all the A's into the stack. Now when the first B is encountered, now see, so far the string that is revealed is AAB. When the first B is encountered, that means number of B's less only, but when the first B is encountered, what I am supposed to do? Comparison has to do, no? How will you come to know whether number of A's and B's are equal or not equal? By comparing and cancelling, matching, right? Popping them. So when you are in Q1 state, when B is encountered, and suppose at that time A is on top of the stack, then what you do? You cancel out this B with the topmost element A, and cancelling out, as I told you, it means pop. I am going to write the same thing here. Please note, in Q1 state, when B is the next input symbol read, and at that time suppose A is on top of the stack, then what you do? You pop that A out. When you go to Q2, you go to state Q2 when number of B's become more than number of A's. By doing this cancellation here, one B has been cancelled with one A that was earlier scanned. By doing that, okay, definitely one B was reduced, one A was reduced. Okay, so the remaining number of A's might be equal to the number of B's, or A might be greater than number of B's, but there is no way B is becoming greater than number of A. So you cannot go on this particular transition, you cannot go to this state, nor you can go to this state, because when will you reach this state? You will reach this state only when there is nothing remaining to be read and the stack also should be empty. That means all A's are cancelled with equal number of B's. So you will reach the final state only after ensuring that number of A's and B's are equal, right? So that's why you remain in this state. So when the first B is encountered in Q1 state, and that time suppose stack top also contains A, then cancellation happens and the machine remains in the same state, telling you that after doing this cancellation, the number of A's may be still more than B's, or they may have been now become equal to B's, but definitely A will never become less than B's. Okay, so this is next. Now after cancellation, let's move ahead and then we will see. After cancellation, okay, the pointer moves one place to the right, as I told you, and the topmost A is now, let's say, popped already. Now see, you are in Q1. Now another B is encountered, the second B is encountered. Okay, when the second B is encountered, what happens? On top of the stack there is still A. When second B is encountered, on top of the stack there is still A. So what I'll do, I'll cancel that B with this A. Okay, I will cancel this B, the B which is red, with the topmost element of the stack A. Pop it out, right? And I will remain in Q1 only. Okay, remaining in Q1, that means the number of A's may now have become equal to B's, or number of A's may be still more than number of B's, but there is no way number of B's may have become more than number of A's, right? Because we have cancelled B's, right? So what will happen? This B gets cancelled with this A and the machine remains in Q1 only, this transition. Okay, so we will do that visually. So this A is removed from the stack, okay, and the input pointer is now moved to the next element. Fine. Now just see what happens. Now what has happened? Just observe the string that we have got so far. Just observe the string that we have got so far. Okay. So far there are two A's. There are two A's that we had encountered. Okay. Then we got the first B, then we got the second B. So two A's and two B's. And now there is one A that is encountered. Okay. Now there is one A that is encountered. So in Q1 state, when A is encountered, what you are going to do? You are going to push this A onto the stack. Okay. When A is encountered, what you are going to do? You are going to push this A onto the stack. Okay. I'll write here. There is no place here, so I'll write it again. Okay. Here, when another A is encountered, and at that time, say the stack is empty, you push that A onto the stack and remain in Q1 state only. Okay, so I push that A onto the stack and I remain in Q1 state only. Okay, and the pointer moves to the next element, this B. Now you are in which state? You are in Q1 state. So again in Q1 state, when B is encountered as the current input symbol, and suppose A is on top of the stack, then B and A get cancelled, and you still are in which state? You are still in your Q1 state, right? So B and A gets cancelled and you are still in Q1 state, and now pointer moves one place to the right. Now if you notice this string, okay, see what happens is number of A's are 3 so far that is encountered, and number of B's also are 3 so far that is encountered. So since equal number of A's and B's are encountered, okay, it means the string should be accepted, correct? Now when there is nothing remaining to be read in Q1 state, when there is nothing remaining to be read, stack also turns out to be empty. That means you should go to the final state. So from Q1 I say, when there is nothing remaining to be read, stack is also empty, then do nothing operation, so Z0 still remains on top of the stack and you go to Q3, state Q3. Okay, but what we have seen is just one possible string. Okay, also observe that here the order of A's and B's till this part was proper order. After all A's are exhausted, then B's start. But there are instances, there are situations where, okay, suppose I'll just change this string. Okay, suppose the string was having more number of b's. Okay, suppose the string that was given to you is AA, BB, B. Suppose this was the string that was given to you. Okay, where number of b's are more. I'm talking about this category now. Okay, suppose this was a string given to you. So now what we will do is we'll trace this. So initially I am in Q0 state. Quickly we'll trace. In Q0 state, when A is encountered, stack is empty, you push that A onto the stack. Okay, A is encountered, stack is empty, you push A onto the stack, and the pointer moves to the next A. And I am in which state now? I am in Q1 state. Fine, the pointer moves to the next A, and I am in Q1 state. Okay, so from Q0 state, we have now moved to Q1 state. Now another A is encountered now. So in Q1 state, if another A is encountered and stack top also contains A, you just push that A into the stack. So the second A which is there, that will be pushed on top of the first A. Okay, this much also, and you remain in Q1 state. So this also we know. Now the pointer will be still incremented by 1. Now it will point to the next element B. Okay, now please note what is happening. When the first B is encountered as an input symbol, when the B is encountered as an input symbol and topmost element of the stack is A, topmost element is A, what we do, we pop the thing out, right? Pop A out, and you remain in Q1 only. So quickly I'll write, I will pop this A out. Okay, that means it is compared with this B and A is popped out, and you the pointer increments by 1, you come here. Okay, you are in the same state, Q1. Again in this state, when B is read as input symbol and A is on top of the stack, what you do? You pop this A out also, right? So A is popped out. Okay, so after popping out A, you go to the next element B. Now please note, so far what has happened? 2 A's have been cancelled with 2 B's. So far the string that was read was equal as far as number of A's and B's were concerned. But now what happens is, what is happening here is, now another B is encountered and the stack has turned to be empty. What it means? That means this is extra B for which there is no A that I can match. That means number of A's so far that is read in the string, they are less than the number of B's which are encountered so far. Okay, so in Q1 state, when B is encountered, that means this is extra B for which there is no A that can be matched. Okay, this happens when B is read and stack becomes empty. So in Q1 state, okay, when B is read in Q1 state, when B is read as input symbol and suppose stack turns out to be empty, you simply push this B onto the stack, okay, and move to Q2 state. Why move to Q2 state? Because you don't have right to stay in Q1 state. You will stay in Q1 state only when number of A's are more than number of B's. What has happened here? So far A's and B's were equal, more than or equal. So you stay in Q1. But now number of the number of B's have exceeded the number of A's. So you don't have right to stay in Q1. You will have to go to Q2. And Q2 will see what can be done further. Okay. Now I will just extend my explanation. So I will add 2 more bits. Suppose for the string, I will add 2 more B's. Okay. So what we do is, where in Q1 state, when B is encountered, extra B is encountered. How do you know? When B is encountered, if stack is empty, that means there are no A's that are remaining to be cancelled. So this is extra B. Okay. So what we do? You add that B onto the stack. You add that B onto the stack and just extend the pointer, move the pointer to the next element. Okay. And the machine moves from state Q1 to which state? It moves to Q2 state. Machine moves to Q2 state. Now we are in Q2. Fine. Now in state Q2, if another B is encountered, then also it simply means that so far number of B's encountered are more, no? So that B also you push. Okay. So in Q2 state, if any more B's are encountered as input and suppose B is on top of the stack, what you do? You push that B onto the stack. Now why pushing happens is because you still see the string is not over, so you still have a hope that there might be 2 more A's that I might encounter later on, which I can cancel out. So that's why you're pushing. Pushing means you are keeping track of the number of B's encountered. So another B is encountered. Okay, you push that B onto the stack and pointer moves to the next element and you remain in Q2 only. Okay, so pointer moves to the next element, this B already goes inside. Again in Q2 another B is encountered as input symbol, stack top also contains B, you simply push that B also onto the stack. Okay, you push that B also onto the stack, you remain in Q2 and now pointer moves next. Now please note, when the pointer moves one place to the right, now is there anything remaining to be read? The entire string is read. So when there is nothing remaining to be read, that means when null is read and B is on top of the stack. When null is read and when B is on top of stack, that means stack is not empty. It simply reflects that the string that was given to me, okay, is not the valid string. Why? Because number of B's have been exceeded the number of A's, and that's why for this activity, that is for when null is read as input and when B is on top of stack, for this particular activity we will not show any transition. So machine will remain in Q2 forever. Any more number of B's come, all those B's you will be just pushing onto the stack and you will remain to Q2 only. But there is no way, okay, with more number of B's, there is no way you will go to Q3 directly. Okay, fine. Now let me what I have done is I have shown you an example wherein the strings that we took, it started with A. Okay, now since in this problem it is not told that A should be present before B's, the string may also start with B's, right? So what if the string is of this type? What if the string is of this type? Okay, BB, AB, AA. Let's check. Okay, so suppose the string that is given to me is BB, so it starts with B now, BB, AB, okay, BB, AB, A. Suppose this is a string that is given to. Okay, initially we are in Q0 state. Okay, initially we are in Q0 state and the stack is empty. Pointer is pointing to the first element. Now, in Q0 state, if A is encountered as the first symbol, you move to Q1. Because now, when B is encountered as the first symbol, how many A's have been encountered so far? No, not a single A. That means number of B's, after reading the first B, you know that in the string that is read so far, number of B's are more than number of A's. Which is that state? Q2 is a state where number of B's can be more than number of A's. So, when B is read as the current input symbol, the first symbol, okay, and at that time suppose stack is empty. When B is read as the first symbol, stack is empty, what you do? You push B onto the stack and you move to Q2 state, not Q1 state. So I will do it here in graphic. Okay, so I will say when the first B is read as input and stack is empty, I will just push this B onto the stack. So B is read now. Agreed? Fine, no? Now, so from Q0 what has happened? From Q0 I have moved to Q2 state now. And the first B that was encountered, let's say I have already pushed it onto the stack and pointer has now moved to the next element, which again happens to be B. So now in Q2 state, when B is encountered as the input symbol, stack also contains B as topmost element. What you do? That B also you push onto the stack. We have seen this already, right? So the second B will be pushed onto the stack and you remain in the same state, Q2. Increment the pointer by 1. Now, okay, now in Q2 state, when the first A is encountered, that means now I have to do cancellation, right? So in Q2, when first A is encountered and suppose topmost element of the stack is B, what I have to do? I have to cancel this A with this B, that means B should be popped out. So like what I did here, now I will do exactly the opposite. When the first A is encountered, and at that time suppose B is on top of a stack, that means A has to be cancelled with the topmost B. Okay, and cancelling means popping, so null will be popped out. Okay, now see, you will still remain in Q2 because why? I'll just tell you, because so far number of B's were more than number of A's. After cancelling one B with one A, it may so happen that the number of B's that were more, now they might have become equal to the remaining number of A's. Now next what we do, once this A is cancelled, once this A is cancelled, the pointer moves to the next element and you cancel out that A also with this B. Okay, you remain in the same state and the pointer just pointer moves to the next element, right? At this moment the stack becomes empty. Okay, now see, you are in Q2 state. You are in Q2 state. Just see the string that you have scanned so far. You are in Q2 state. Okay, now another A is read as input. Now the string that you have scanned so far, in that number of B's and number of A's still here, they were equal. But now when another A is encountered, okay, when another A is encountered, okay, in Q2 state, and that time suppose stack is empty, what it means is all the matching A's and B's were cancelled, and the A that I am getting here now is a extra A. So do you have a right to stay in Q2 after doing that transition? Which is the state that is holding more number of A's than B's? It is Q1. Q2 is a state wherein number of B's will be more than number of A's, or number of B's will be equal to number of A's. Q1 is a state where number of A's have to be more than number of B's, or A's can be equal to B's after cancellation, right? So when in state Q2, when A is read as the input symbol, okay, when A is read as the input symbol in Q2 state, when A is read as input symbol, and that time suppose stack is empty, it simply means that this A is an extra A for which there is no B that can be cancelled. So since you don't have right to stay in Q2, you will have to transit to Q1 state, wherein Q1 will deal with number of A's more than number of B's, correct? So also while doing the operation on the stack, you will have to push this A onto the stack. Why pushing A onto the stack? Because the string is not over it. There could be a possibility that there might be some B later on with which this A can be cancelled, right? So in simple words, when you are in Q2 state, okay, what we do when we are in Q2 state, okay, when A is encountered as the input and stack is empty, you just push that A onto the stack, you just push that extra A onto the stack, okay, and from Q2 state you will now move to Q1 state, the state wherein number of A's are more and the pointer increments by 1. Yes, now we are now in which state? Q1 state. Now when you are in Q1 state, when A is encountered as the input symbol, okay, and when stack top also contains A, see, A is encountered as input symbol, stack top also contains A, then you push that A onto the stack and you remain in Q1 state, right? So this A you are pushing onto the stack, okay, you will remain in Q1. Okay, so now when the pointer is incremented, since there is nothing remaining to be read, when there is nothing remaining to be read, okay, that time stack is not empty. So from Q1, is there a transition wherein there is nothing remaining to be read and stack is not empty? No, there is no transition. That means for this kind of invalid strings where number of B's are more than number of A's, also the automata will get stuck, it will remain to Q1. No way it will go to Q3 because there is no transition that we will define to go to Q3. Then when are we going to move to Q3 state finally? Okay, so now I'll just show you one final string for which your automata will take you to the final state. Okay, suppose the string that is given to me is say A B B A A B. Suppose this is a string. Okay, what we will do is we will just trace the string. Okay, not to waste time, we will just trace the string on this particular automata. So first, A is read, you are in Q naught state. Now look at the figure. In Q naught state, when A is read and stack is empty, what you do? You push A onto the stack, okay, and you move to Q1 state. So this A, you are going to push it onto the stack, and you will you will read the next symbol, and from Q naught, your automata will move to Q1 state. Okay, so from here you have moved to Q1 state. Now see, in Q1 state, when B is read as input, and on top of stack there is A. So in Q1, when B is read as input, on top of stack there is A. What you do? You pop that out. You match and cancel, right? So you cancel out this B with this, and you remain in Q1 only. Please note, you remain in Q1 only. Okay. After cancellation, the pointer moves to the next element, next B. Okay. Again. So now just see, in so far 1A and 1B has been cancelled, so they are equal. Okay, you have right of staying in Q1 state only when number of A's are more than number of B's. At any point of time, if it so happens that number of B's more than number of A's, you will have to switch to Q2 state. Okay. Now after this, let's see, you are in Q1. When B is encountered and stack is empty, that means what? This is one extra B for which matching is not done. There is nobody to match. Okay, so when B is encountered, stack is empty. So in Q1 state, when B is encountered, stack is empty, you push that B onto the stack, and from Q1 you move to Q2 state. Okay, so from Q1 you move to Q2 state by pushing that B onto the stack, and the pointer moves to the next element. Correct? Pointer moves to the next element. Now let's see, in Q2 state, now you are, when A is read as current input symbol and B is on top of a stack, then what you do? When A is read as current input symbol, B is on top of the stack, you cancel. That means there is a match. A and B you cancel, and you remain in Q2. Okay, you cancel this A. Okay, you cancel A with B. So B is popped out of the stack. You remain in Q2. You cancel the A, and your pointer moves to the next element, that is next A. Okay, now please note, in Q2 after cancellation, what we say, it simply means that number of B's which were more than number of A's, now it may have happened that number of B's are equal to number of A's. Then why are we not making Q2 final state? Because you will reach the final state only when there is nothing left to be read in the input string. Is the input string over yet? No. So you cannot make the transition, right? Okay. So now you are in Q2 state. No. Now, so far now see, two B's and two A's are read. Okay. So matching is there. Now when another A is encountered in Q2 state, what you will do? Okay, in Q2 state, when another A is encountered here in Q2 state, what it means? It means so far A's and B's were equal, but now this is extra A. So when you have extra number of A's, do you have a right to stay in Q2 state? No, you will have to move to Q1 state. So in Q2 state, when one extra A is read, this A will be pushed onto the stack, and you will move to Q1 state. Okay, so A will be pushed onto the stack, and from Q2 state you are going to move to Q1 state. Fine. So you see, you are in Q2 state. Now extra A is encountered in Q2 state, you have moved to Q1 state. Okay, now you are in Q1 state. Now in Q1 state, what is happening now? Okay, after pushing the A, now the pointer is going to the right. So now in Q1 state, when B is encountered as input symbol, and on top of the stack, what is there? There is A. So that means I have to cancel this B with this A. So when B is current input symbol, A is on top of stack, B and A gets cancelled. Okay, and you remain in the same state Q1. So B gets cancelled with A, and you remain in the same state Q1. Okay, so this is removed from the stack, and the pointer increments to the next. Now, is there anything remaining to be read? There is nothing remaining to be read. So in Q1 state, when there is nothing remaining to be read, stack is also empty. What it means, so far A's and B's have been equal and they have been cancelled. So in Q1 state, when the time comes when there is nothing remaining to be read, stack also turns out to be empty, perform no change operation, you go to Q3 state. So now it will go to Q3 state. Why? Because the string is accepted. Similarly, on the same lines, okay, what is happening here is with respect to B. Now same thing can happen. See, when the first B is encountered, you have pushed it onto the stack. Suppose second B is encountered, you have pushed it on the stack. Okay, for this string, suppose say BBA was a string that was given to us, right? So when the first B is encountered from Q0, you move to Q2 by pushing this B onto the stack. When another B was encountered, what you did, that B also you pushed onto the stack, you remain in Q2 state. Okay, now when A is encountered, when A is encountered, what will happen? You are going to check what is there on top of the stack, and you will find that for this A there is matching B. So you will cancel it out and you will remain in Q2 only. Then in Q2, when another A is encountered, you will check who is there on top of the stack. Suppose there is B, and yes, here also there is E. For this A, you are going to cancel this B, okay, pop it out, and you are going to remain in Q2. Now, finally, after reading all, you will reach here. There is nothing remaining to be read. That time, after cancelling everything, stack also will turn out to be empty. So, in Q2 state, okay, finally, when nothing is remaining to be read, stack also is empty. Okay, you will do nothing operation and you will go to Q3. That means this string that I have given you, this is also accepted. Fine. So this is a PDA that was required to be drawn.